Hello, and welcome to Thomas Was Alone. I love this game for its style, for its platforming, and also for its narrator. Basically for its narrator. So I won't be talking a lot for the earliest levels because the narrator, I don't have time to explain this. The narrator will talk, and I will play, for the most part. And when he stops talking, then I'll talk. I will not dare interrupt this narrator. This is probably one of my number 1 or 2 games with narrators. The other one is kind of obvious, kind of more famous version of a game, but I'll get to that game later. We'll get to that in due time. Anyways, let's start Thomas Alone. A new game. The program was a failure. People forgot about this. It was a massive flop. The coders started adding name strings to AI as a joke. Thomas AT326 wasn't special, it was an AI in the right place at the right time.
Thomas was alone. Wow. A weird first thought to have.
And this is the start. You just basically get to the block there. The music, the narrator, all glorious.
Thomas decided to start listing his observations for posterity. 1.
And again,
The whole alone thing. 2. Portals. They led somewhere. He'd yet to work out where. 3. Falling. Thomas was absolutely fantastic at falling. He was almost as good at falling as he was at observing.
Yep, this is Thomas. Just right rectangle. Square. Rectangle. Rectangle.
Okay, interesting. Thomas couldn't fall past this block. Think, damn it, think! What if there was some kind of inverted fall? Some way to... what's the word? Jump. It worked! Thomas had solved the great inverted fall mystery.
Just the charm is so... it's so perfect.
A big jump. But Thomas noted there was no real danger in missing it. The world didn't want him to fail here. It was pushing him. But gently.
My job is to help the narrator. I'm not going to go against it.
This all seemed a little dangerous. The world was not to be trusted. It was unstable, and it seemed to Thomas that it could let him down at any moment. He was starting to suspect it might even be doing so on purpose. Paranoia. Thomas wondered whether the portals were actually taking him anywhere. He felt like he was making progress, but there wasn't really any way to know. He seemed to be moving predominantly up and to the right, which might, or might not, be important.
Line here? I don't remember. No line, okay. See, I'll stop a little bit and try to check if another line. I do not have these lines memorized, so...
It might have been paranoia again, but Thomas could have sworn the world was becoming more complicated. It always seemed to be one step ahead of his skills. It had been designed just for him. He wondered why. Was the world testing him? No, too obvious.
I can't really. This is basically the tutorial level, so I don't have much to explain. These little text boxes.
Something about the boiling, toxic, glowing water intimidated Thomas. He didn't like it. He certainly didn't want to swim in it. He made another mental note. 4. Water. Not good. To be avoided.
I don't like my water. Guess water isn't good for computer programs.
The loneliness was getting to Thomas. No amount of observation or obsessive note-taking could combat that.
kinda get a little more complexity with the platforming. You kinda get jump. It's a little floaty at times, but I think it's very well precisely made controls. I've never had a problem with it.
Thomas had a new theory. The world was training him. He could feel himself getting smarter. There was the mental list to consider. Over the minutes and seconds since his spontaneous generation, he'd become a pretty skilled jumper. He was evolving. He just wished he had someone to share it with.
Over there, thank you. And one last on. Here we go.